Today, we are eating good when the current season drops absolute peak modern stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, Re-Zero, Solo Leveling, and Black Clover. The animation is crisp, the fights are insane, and the hype is unreal. But then you look back at the old school heavy hitters like Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto, and Berserk, and let's be honest, they just hit different. Why is that? Think about how storytelling works today. Most modern seasonal anime give you 12 or 24 episodes, hit a massive climax, and then you're waiting 2 years for the next season. Everything has to move fast to keep your attention locked in. Back in the day, these shows took their sweet time. When you watched Naruto or Dragon Ball, you weren't just watching a quick story arc, you were watching characters literally grow up over hundreds of episodes. You saw them train, you saw them fail miserably, you saw them get beaten into the dirt, and you watched them slowly earn every single power-up. When a character finally achieved a new form or won a legendary fight, it felt massive because you spent years on that journey with them. Modern anime is awesome, but it rarely gives you that long-term emotional payoff. Then you look at the aesthetic and the raw vibe. Dark fantasy like Berserk or battle shonen from that era weren't afraid to be rough around the edges. We are talking about heavy hand-drawn shadows, gritty character designs, and an atmosphere that felt almost tactile. Today's anime looks incredible, don't get me wrong. Digital production has made things super clean and colorful. But sometimes, that digital polish can make different shows start looking a bit samey. The classic era had a distinct artistic identity. You could look at a single frame from Bleach or an older studio project and instantly know who drew it. It had that human element, imperfections in the line work and raw energy that made every punch or slash feel like it had real weight behind it. On top of all that, world building wasn't rushed. Shows back then knew how to slow down. They had filler arcs, slice-of-life downtime, and quiet moments where characters just hung out or traveled. At the time, people used to complain about filler, but looking back, those moments let the world breathe. You actually got to understand what the towns looked like, how the everyday people lived, and what was at stake. The universe felt like a living place, not just a stage built exclusively for the next fight scene. Look, modern anime is amazing, and there is a reason it dominates the internet right now. But those old-school titles laid a foundation built on long-term struggle, raw grit, and deep worlds. What about you guys? Are you team modern seasonal hype, or are you still riding with the old-school classics? Let me know your favorite retro anime in the comments. Drop a sub if you enjoyed the vibe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.